Yes, we've got a remarkable film heritage in Wales, which people don't appreciate, I don't think. We've got films from 1898 onwards. A wonderful hand-coloured film of a phantom train ride to Conway Castle, where the camera is aboard a truck in front of a locomotive as it goes towards Conway Castle, a wonderful panoramic shot. We've got some of the early shorts of William Haggar, the showman, the travelling cinema man, who operated in the fairgrounds and showed his films in the fairgrounds. Wonderful showman, all before World War One. And it's wonderful stuff. And Haggar is highly regarded by academics in America and Britain, and he's one of the leading filmmakers in Britain of that period. We've got films by Arthur Cheetham, the first Welsh-based filmmaker from 1898. And we've got his film of Buffalo Bill visiting Rhyl in 1903. This is wonderful stuff, and of course the pride of our collection is the 1918 silent film made by Maurice Elvey, The Life Story of David Lloyd George. A 2.5 hour long lost film with an actor playing Lloyd George in the last year of the Great War when he was Prime Minister. And it's a wonderful film full of wonderful special effects and crowd scenes, as many as 10,000 extras in some scenes. So we've got a great legacy of film. What we need, and what we've needed for decades, is some kind of museum for cinema equipment and pre-cinema equipment. In other words, magic lanterns, zoetropes, those optical machines that led to the coming of projected cinema. We have people willing to set up this home, and they've done great work in the last 2-3 decades, making sure that all the equipment is stored in 1 or 2 places, and that they value the heritage terrifically. We need a museum. We need to house all this wonderful equipment, which tells us all about the history of cinema, so that we can contextualise all these films from the various decades, in the sense that we can show how they were projected, what formats they were projected in, and really give a genuine picture of what was happening at that time through the decades in Welsh cinema. The group of people who are interested in setting up this museum now have already proved themselves. They're very interested in cinema. They've collected for decades, and they're running a scheme called Kinetechnik. And they are a group of enthusiasts who want to find a home for the most fabulous collection of cinema equipment, perhaps one of the biggest in Europe. Now, it will be a sad day for Wales if we didn't take advantage of this collection that has been assembled by these dedicated, resourceful enthusiasts, Keith Nunn and Chris Plaister, who formed Kinetechnik specifically so that we find a venue for our equipment, cinema equipment heritage. And it's vital that we do what we can. I have seen an exhibition of their work in Swansea Museum, and it was quite remarkable. I've never seen an exhibition like it. The depth of interest, the extent of the machinery there was quite extraordinary, and it testified amazingly to the dedication, the resourcefulness, the tenacity over years when they've not really received a great deal of encouragement. The tenacity of people who've done their best to preserve the heritage with very little support so far. And I hope we can remedy that. Wales owes it to these people who've dedicated years of their lives to protecting this very valuable part of our cinema legacy.